Yes! Yep. We are well underway. We're heading south across the border of New South Wales. Going to be chasing one of my favourite fish, the Murray Cod. I've got my young fella on board, Marlin. Show yourself on the camera, mate. Just give yourself a wave. There he is. Marlin's here on board. I've conned him into coming along. We got mountain bikes on the back. I've done this before. I've gone to this little spot before. It's a hard track in. It's hard work. Marlin's going to know all about it, but he'll be all right. He's been working hard on the mountain bike, and we're going to jump on those things and head down to a stretch of river where it's just absolutely magical. I absolutely love it. It's really in the scrub there. The only way to really get down there, unless you've got a key, there's a gate on the fire trail. Unless you've got a key, you're either walking down there or I choose to mountain bike down there. It takes, I reckon it'll be almost as hard on the mountain bike, but it's definitely takes a lot less time and gives you a bit more fishing time, I suppose. But you always have a risk of having a stack. We haven't had one of those yet. I shouldn't have said that, because no doubt will happen. But I'm about to turn right here. But anyway, we're going to get up here. There's a heap of storms around. There's supposed to be severe storm warning, so we're going to have to watch that at the moment. I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to get near where this track is and sort of make our mind up. I'll keep an eye on the radar on the phone, and then we'll make our mind up what we're going to do. If it's going to be severe storms tonight, I don't really want to go riding a bike all the way down into this joint, because it takes a little bit of time and not be able to get out if a storm comes and gets us. So I'll just study what the radar's doing, and then we'll make our mind up. There's another little stretch of river where we can just camp by the car, and then I think in the morning, if this is plan B, in the morning we'll race back over, drop the bikes off, and away we go. We'll go and ride our way in there tomorrow morning. Otherwise, we're going this afternoon if these storms stay at bay. Anyway, that's a long intro. Sit back and enjoy. Hopefully we can get onto some Murray Cod, one of my favourite fish. Well, I don't know if you can hear that. Lightning, thunder, and pouring down rain. We're getting a nice good storm here. We've just arrived, we've parked up, and just as we've parked up, we've got wind, rain, and lightning and thunder. It's all happening. So I was seeing it on the radar earlier on. It looks like it should pass. As you can see, the windscreen is absolutely soaked. We would have been soaked, and we brought no wet weather gear or anything. So we're just going to sit it out here. Yeah, sit it out and wait for this rain to stop, and then make a decision. I don't think we'll be riding in tonight. We'll just probably make camp here. Problem is, we need a bit of a fire to cook dinner tonight. We've had a pretty good feed anyway on the way down, so I'm not that hungry yet, but I'm sure we will get hungry. We've got half a chicken wrap here sitting here that we can go halves in. Otherwise, Marlin and I made the long drive down. We're just going to set it out, just chill for a bit, see how we go. Hopefully come back to you as we're going in. We might go in the dark yet, but I don't think so. So we've finally arrived, and we have sat out the storm. We're going to get the stuff off the car. Going to get the bikes off the car and get some of the food out, pack the bags, ready to go. I've got a feeling there might be another storm coming from the background there, from the west. So we'll just sit around for a little bit. We've still got a fair bit of light left, and I don't mind if we get into the dark. It will be a little bit of a pain because we've got to set up camp and everything in the dark, but it's no real biggie. There is a bit of a hike in. There's probably 500 metres of hiking in to do. But yeah, what we'll do is get the gear off, get it all set up, get it ready to go, and that'll at least to give us the option to, I don't know, make our track in. It's going to be a hell of a hell of a ride in, especially when the track's been a little bit wet. So we're just going to have to be careful. Don't want anything bad happening, but you got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes. And hopefully this storm will just come across and we can get in ASAP, because I reckon they're going to be chewing their heads off tonight with that humid weather. Nice heat during the day, really heats that water up and really gets them coming out at night, and that's when they hit top water, and that's the most exciting part of it. So either tonight or tomorrow morning I reckon they're going to absolutely fire, but I shouldn't talk it up too much because I know what happens when I talk it up. They don't fire like I thought they were. But anyway, let's go. Well, we're going to charge it. It's nearly dark now. We're going to go and make our way in. We've just got enough light, I reckon, just to get in to the top of the hill, and then we'll make camp. Hopefully we can get all the way in and we don't have to camp on the side of the road, but we'll see how we go. We've just got enough light, so it's going to be a rush. We'll get in there. Let's go. On our way in, I need some air in these tyres, mate. Fucking bad. Holy shit, that's basically flat. He's been fucking riding this. That's not a good start. Flat tyre basically. That's flat.
No way.
Yeah, well, basically. Flat. Fucking hell. Started pedalling in and my tyres were down, so I needed pumping up, and by the time I pumped them up, it's starting to get a bit dark, and then I looked out the side of us and another storm was coming, so we can... That's rain, so thank God we pulled up actually, because yeah, otherwise we would have got soaked and everything would have got soaked. But there's a old shearing shed here. I wouldn't normally stop in something like this, but it's going to be pretty handy for us. I'd only stop in here just because it's a bit of a, not an emergency, but yeah, it's going to keep us dry for the night anyway. Marlin didn't want to camp in here, not much at all. Right, Marlin? He was a little bit scared, but I think we'll be right. I've just cleared the floor a little bit, sort of out on the table there. I don't know if you can see that there. That's all the camp gear. I'll repack that early in the morning. It'll recharge my headlamp actually. That's probably another lucky thing. My headlamp must have been turned on in my bag. But otherwise we're just going to make camp here. I'm going to somehow, probably a little bit later on, fetch some wood and make a little fire. And I've got to cook dinner yet. Might even do it out of one of these makeshift ovens, but it's going to be pretty cool for the night. I know there's no fishing just yet, but hopefully we'll get that in the morning, and hopefully we can get a few. It's supposed to be another thunderstorm tomorrow sometime, so we'll get down and have a ride down there and have a bit of fun. Real early in the morning, we're going to leave in the dark probably and try and get down there and bank some cod. So anyway, let's make camp in this old shearing shed. I'll show you around actually. There's a lot of rubbish over here, but this is where they must have, well, I've got no idea about shearing sheds actually, but this must have been where they actually herded the sheep up into here and then grab them one by one. They probably come up this top area up in here. As you can see, all the wood's all rotten. They'd probably come out of that back area down the back there. It's a little bit creepy. There's a couple of ramps coming up, come down here, and then obviously I reckon they would have sheared them in here somewhere, I reckon, this sort of area. And then on this table here, you can see it's sort of got some little gaps and stuff in the timber. I don't know what you call it. The shearers would be up me if they were listening to this, but yeah, they would have put the wool that would have been shaving off the sheep just there, and then picked it. So anyway, we're going to lay down the ground sheet here. We've just got a tarp layer, a couple of little air beds, and try and get some sort of sleep tonight. And yeah, it's going to be interesting anyway. Let me say that. Real interesting. See how we go. Well, this is the bed for the night. I just laid down a little ground tarp. It's pretty cool. What do you reckon, mate? It's better than sleeping in the rain. As you can hear, the rain's tapping down in the tin shed. I think it's going to be a really good night's sleep actually. Besides the fact I'm not real good on these little air mattresses, but I've got to get used to it. Yeah, that's a pretty cool little setup. We've even got the bikes inside, got the rods over there. Got the gear on charge over here. Otherwise, it's pretty cool. A little Nebo light going. That is a really handy light for us. My headlamp's playing up at the moment, but yeah, nice little setup. Got about 3 or 4 hours last night, but just making the last bit of pack up now. Had a good sleep in here. It was real windy last night. It got real cool, so I had to go back to the car quickly and go and get a sleeping bag. Marlin was a bit cold, so I had a sheet over the top of me and I was alright, but yeah, it got a bit cool. But we finally got a little bit of decent sleep. And this morning we've woken up and that wind just dropped out all of a sudden. There's a big black cloud over us. We've seen a bit of lightning, so we're gonna probably sit it out here a little bit. It's still pretty dark and my headlamp's playing up a little bit, so it won't stay on while we're riding for some reason. So we'll just sit it out a bit, wait for this light to come up, and then we'll bike our way in. We've got plenty of time, but it's real hot and muggy, which is awesome for the cod, but I reckon we're gonna get a bit more of a storm in a minute, which could spell trouble. Anyway, we'll get on the bikes in a minute. I'll pack up. We've got the big bag. She's packed up, ready to go. I don't know if we'll camp the night down there. It might be a bit more trouble than it's worth, but anyway, we'll pack it up and take it down. Yeah, see how we go. It's going to be a bit of a ride in. Well, as you can hear, it is absolutely pouring down. We've just packed up. You can't see me, but you can see there's some sunlight just on the horizon over here somewhere. But it is absolutely bucketing down. So lucky we waited it out a little bit. Still under the same old shearing shed that we were earlier on. I'm just waiting for this rain to settle down. Hopefully it's not like this all day. We want to at least get down there for a fish. I don't know if we're going to be camping the night. I'm going to carry about 50 kilos down with me. Or we might even camp the night, but anyway, it'll be worthwhile if we can go down and get stuck into a few gouda. And so, we're now leaving at, it's not this slippery. Now leaving at 4:45 Queensland time, 5:45 New South Wales. Oh, smell that land, it's so nice. It's going to be a wild ride in, it's going to be nice and slippery after all that rain. Woo!
It looks like there's fresh tire tracks here.
Maybe. Walking up these hills, carrying a lot of weight. Ooh. I really am burning. Oh, Marlin behind me. Oh, right, back on. Just going to stop for a bit of a drink break. It's been a tough ride so far. We're just starting to come up to the real hilly stuff, which is just down there. Stuff we've ridden so far, it's been not too bad, but it's starting to get real harsh from here on. As you can see, I'm blowing, carrying about 40 kilos on the back, and I'm burning. Oh man. But hopefully it's going to be real worthwhile when we get down there. Hopefully this rain hasn't made it too dirty, but fairly confident it's going to be better for us. So anyway, I'll try and get my breath, get a drink, and keep going for a dive. And ditch the boats, bikes. I can't even concentrate, I'm sweating up hard, as you can see. It's always a tough ride in. Wow, that water's really gushing down here. Oh man, it might even be gushing too much. Hope not, but it hasn't. That's a lot of rain that's happened over the last sort of 48 hours. Marlin's in behind me there. He's on his way down with the rods. Don't fall over, mate. Stop the rods. We'll just walk this last 500 metres because it is very steep. Leave the bikes up the top and yeah, hike the rest of this way in. Wasn't a bad little ride in. It's now well, that only took a bit over half hour actually. So we did it pretty quick. Remember last time we come in, it was middle of the day and oh man, it was hot. So it's definitely easier riding this time in the morning. It's a bit cooler. What do you reckon, mate? All right?
Yeah, it's good.
He's done all right. I've got his hat on. I'm going to change hats in a minute. He's going to put the lucky hat on. We'll get down the bottom here and try and find a place to put this stuff, unload a bit of gear, and then we'll get on the walk. Like I said, geez, that river looks really up and running. Hopefully it hasn't turned them off too much. It'll clear the river out for later on trips anyway, of weed and stuff like that, which much needed. But yeah, still hopefully getting one. She's a long track in, and as you can see, well, it's always hard to tell on the camera, I reckon, but it's really steep here and definitely no good. Hey?
You won't be able to tell how steep it is on the camera.
Yeah, I know. It's a really steep hill and slippery, especially when you've got about 40 kilos on your back.
And
But
rain.
and yeah, it's been raining. You definitely wouldn't be riding down this Marlin unless you're a good mountain biker.
I reckon I could if I had the tires.
Of course you do. All right, we're going to keep going here, keep making our way in. Hopefully we can get one soon. Wow, river's super chocolate. It's not good at all. It doesn't look good. Oh no. And really flowing hard. I'm not to come down here for nothing, mate. Hopefully not. But it's not looking hopeful for us. That's really, really brown, chocolate brown. But how beautiful is it? Beautiful gorge, look at that. Absolutely magic. It is unbelievable. I love it down here. All right, let's keep going, see if we can catch some fish. Yeah, that was a long, arduous little trek in, but it doesn't take that long actually. It's sort of taken under an hour, but I am absolutely pouring sweat. Marlin looks a little tired, but he's all right. We've found our little spot, the spot where I've come to before, and I've made camp. There's a fireplace here, but just want to show you this. Like that right there is an absolute disgrace. There's plastic, there's tins, like tins there. I'm gonna try and take that out with me, but like I just can't believe people, and they you know, they come down to a pristine area like this. Like this is absolutely magical. You know, really is magical. And then you come catch Murray Cod and that sort of stuff, but and people wonder why they shut places down and stop people from coming into, and it's because of this sort of crap. Like that is just absolute shit. Just absolute crap. People just dump their rubbish or just leave things behind, try and melt tin and stuff like that. Just like, it doesn't take much just to put that in your bag and take it with you. You know, you got next generation growing up and wanting to use areas like this, and it just gives more fire to the you know, to the guys out there that want to shut us down. This sort of crap doesn't help anything. Just pick your shit up, put it in your bag and take it with you. Like, it's just not that hard. And if you do see this sort of crap blowing around, pick it up, put it in your bag and take it with you, which we'll be trying to do. Although I've got a chocolate block bag, but I'll be doing my best to try and clean this area up a little bit. But for such a pristine area, I've got to put a smile on my face after that, because this is just absolutely magnificent. Even though that water's brown, it's not looking real good for cod, but we're going to try our best this morning and give it a red hot crack. Looks a bit stormy in the background here, so I don't know how long we'll last, but I'll get the tarp out and cover our stuff, and we'll get on the walk and see if we can find a little bit of shelter down a bit further, just in case we do get a storm. But we're going to get walking. Enough of me talking. We're going to get walking and try and get some fishing done and try and catch some nice Murray cod. Right. The river just down here underneath those underneath that waterfall there. It's usually just sort of not dribbling, but it's sort of not going nowhere near as hard as what it's going now. So we're going to have our first cast. I'm not super hopeful here, but pretty cool, mate, eh?
Is that where you're swimming?
Yeah, underneath those waterfalls.
Did you jump on it?
No, we were just swimming there and we were swimming up to it. Yeah, I know. This is where I heard that woof on the surface before. So we're going to pack it up here and get out of here. We unfortunately we're not going to stay. I reckon there's going to be storms this afternoon, and that water is absolutely brown, chocolate brown. It's pretty unfortunate because it would have been nice to camp down here the night. But yeah, I thought it was going to be good, but all this rain they've had, it's just been yeah, it's just been pretty ordinary. The water's just really chocolate brown, which really turns them off, so it's no good. But anyway, we'll make our way back now, and yeah, I've got a couple other little spots I want to go and have a look at, but I haven't got my hopes up, given that we've had so much rain, and we'll probably get some more rain by the time we get out. But yeah, we'll see how we go. That's really cool. We can really fire it up in a minute. There we go. Climb the tree. See if we can get up a tree here. Here we go. There we go. How good's that? That's pretty cool. Because the fishing was so ordinary, we've tracked out. And yeah, that's hard grind down that hill, or coming up the hill. Down is hard, but coming up it's even harder. Now we've got the track out. Hey?
Can we come back and get this?
Hey?
Can we get the bike?
No way, man. All we do is just put it on. Let's just get the hell out of here. Hell, that's hard work. It's the middle of the day, so it's going to be really stinking hot. Probably left at the wrong thing, but we just didn't know. Just watch my rods, mate. Alright, let's get out. Sweating up,
Yeah, come on.
Alright. That was so hard. Can't tell you how hard. It's currently 32 degrees, hot and muggy. Storms are brewing around us. What do you reckon, mate? That was tough? I reckon that's probably the toughest thing Marlin's ever done. It's not bad for an 11-year-old kid to go and do something like that. He really did have to push himself. He was leading the way most of the time, actually pushing his old man along. So, flies just leave me alone. We're going to go and have a look at another couple of spots. Firstly, we're going to get an air conditioner and cool down. Got a nice cold drink, and yeah, just yeah, go and try these other couple of spots, and if not, we'll go home with the tail between our legs. I didn't realise how much rain it really had down here, and sometimes that can be just the case. You just turn up to a place and it's either on or it's not on. It's definitely wasn't on. Yeah, the fishing was pretty ordinary, and that was just because the water's so dirty and it's had so much rain. So anyway, we'll go and try these other rivers, and if we don't do any good there, we'll just head home. And unfortunately, I believe fish is cheap, but I've still got my hopes up for this next spot. Driven to have a little bit more of a local location. The car's not too far away. It's going to make it a lot easier, as I just got stung by something. I don't know what the fuck that was. Anyway, oh, we're absolutely wrecked anyway, but we're going to give this spot a try. It looks a lot prettier. The water looks much better. Even though the water is up a fair bit, it still looks really good. Oh, be careful, mate. We'll get a couple around here. Yes! Oh, good fish too. Feels all right. Yes. Yeah, just that swim bait. I knew he'd come back. Not a bad fish. You. Is my GoPro rolling, mate?
Yeah.
Yes. That's awesome. Oh, yes. That is awesome. Finally onto him. Here, mate, can you GoPro for me, mate? Just straighten it up. Oh, he's only just hooked. No, that's all right. Can you Marlin, can you get that GoPro off? No, not my GoPro, my lip grips off the big ones. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I'll get it. You just... Come on. Yes. And there we go. Change up on the swim bait. Come around here, mate. See it all right?
Yeah.
Look at that. Murray Cod, that's what we're after. Come out here for. He's a skinny fish. Usually in the summer months they get a bit skinnier. And I'll just stand back a little bit here. And Gudu, it's what we've come for. Oh man, I'm pumped. He smacked that. Straight on that glide bait, changed over to the glide bait. Sort of forced my hand because I snagged up. Beautiful Gudu. I just had a rise before, just in nice and close here. Finally got one. They're just such a beautiful fish. Look at the markings in that fish. Just such a beautiful fish with that big trap on it. Nice. Nice work. Oh yeah. Hook. Oh, rod's in the water. Pull that out if you can, mate.
Oh, no. Oh.
Just get that out of the water. Okay. Thanks, mate. Good job. A little bit rattled today, but jeez, he wasn't getting off anyway. It's well and truly hooked. He's not a bad little sized fish. Probably a bit an average fish for here. Handle him properly. Want to try and as much as possible to get your hand up under his belly. And that, my friend, is a Murray Cod. Just pull it back a bit, mate. So get a full shot of it. Spikes are up. He's nice and fresh. Got a few little. He's got a few little red markings on him. We can get this fish back. Oh, he nearly took me. It's nice and fresh. There he goes. How good is that? Finally got one. It's awesome. You pumped. Let's get another one.
Like we did a trip to Airlie one day, like a week.
Oh, yep.
Fuck, that was super slow.
Woohoo! Told ya. Yeah. It's always a little one there, right? The old Lucky Craft. Old Lucky Craft, got it. Got a hit. Crunched it. He wasn't getting off. Nice little one. Only a little fella, but that's number 2. Starting to fire up. Let's get him back. Woo. One last cast. That's a good hit. Yes! Yep. Good fish. That was a good one. Oh, fuck yeah. Just come off that log, mate. Oh, that is so awesome. Oh, that's a good one. What a finish. On that Lucky Craft. Oh yeah. Now that makes it all worthwhile. Got on the SLXDC. Oh, soldless rod, little light giddy. He is absolutely whacked that Lucky Craft. It's one of my favourite lures here. Look at it. Yeah. Oh man, I am happy. Happy as Larry about that one. I've been working hard, casting lures, and just trying to slow it down a bit. And finally, this was going to be the last cast of the day. This was going to be it for the trip, and we're going to burn home probably a day early. And we get this. Ah, so stoked. I'm going to try and pick him up and get a couple of photos and get it back in. It's a good fish. Look at that. That's so cool. Oh man, big muzzer. It's a good one. Look at that. So good. Nice one. He's just come up and absolutely whacked it. There's a big log there. and he's just come up and absolutely crunched it. Oh, I love these fish. They've just got such good speckles on them. They're just so good. They hit a lure. They don't fight that hard, although he went all right. He's in the side of the jaw there. Mate, so Marlin's just going to get the, actually the pliers are in my pocket, mate. It's in this side pocket. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah. Come on buddy. All right, look at that. Yeah, we're going to spear this fish in. We are on a bit of slant here, but just going to come down the bank a little bit. All right, all right. He's healthy. Well, that's the end of the trip. Last cast of the day. I get the best Murray Cod so far for the trip on the last cast, so absolutely stoked. We worked hard for that, and now we get to pack up, drive home nice and satisfied. Unless Marlin wants to have a cast. Marlin's done, he's tired. His eyes are nearly shut, the poor bugger. He's done it hard, he's done really well, really super proud of him. We had to ride all that way in and then all the way out today, and then we've sort of made our way around a few banks. We finally finished it, and now it's a long drive home. I'll catch you all next time. If you like the video, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you have a look at the other videos that are there, and leave a comment. I really appreciate it. You leave a comment, good or bad. If you want to see something else that I haven't done yet, leave a comment below. But otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Thank you.